my friend joked about my miscarriage being practice, her husband didn't know about her abortion, I lost my best friend and my baby in the same month. Only one of those losses actually hurt. I'd been trying to conceive for 3 years. My best friend Sarah knew every detail, every negative test, every fertility appointment, every injection. She held my hand through 2 failed IUIs and 1 round of IVF. When I finally got pregnant, she was the first person I called at 5 a.m., sobbing with joy. Sarah had been married to Tom for 4 years. Perfect Christian couple, church leadership, purity culture advocates. She led their pro-life ministry and had choose life in her bio. Tom desperately wanted kids, but Sarah always had excuses. I lost the baby at 11 weeks, not just a missed miscarriage, but a traumatic emergency room at 2 a.m. miscarriage. I held what would have been my daughter in my hands. We named her Lily. Sarah was supportive for exactly 2 weeks. Then her patience expired. You need to move on, she said at lunch. Women have miscarriages every day. Our grandmothers had 5 kids and 3 miscarriages and still cooked dinner. Then came her cousin's baby shower. Sarah insisted I attend for healing. She literally showed up at my house and dragged me there. I lasted 20 minutes before breaking down when someone asked, "When are you having kids?" Sarah found me crying in the bathroom. That's when she said it. Get over this. Think of it as practice for the real thing. A test run. At least now you know you can get pregnant. Some of us don't even want kids and have to deal with. She stopped, but her face said everything. Practice? I whispered. My daughter dying was practice? She doubled down. It wasn't even a real baby yet. Just cells. First trimester doesn't count. This from the woman who posts life begins at conception memes daily. I left. She texted later. Sorry if you took that wrong. Hormones are crazy after these things, but something bothered me. Some of us don't even want kids and have to deal with what? Then I remembered. 3 years ago, right before their wedding, Sarah had emergency surgery for stomach flu. Tom was at his bachelor party in Vegas. I'd driven her to the hospital, but she'd insisted I leave. I did something I'm not proud of. I still had her Apple Watch logged into my phone. Her health app synced automatically. There it was, 3 years ago. Procedure D and C. 7 weeks after Tom's bachelor party, where she cheated with his best man, Mark. She'd had an abortion, which is her choice, her right. But this woman who called me murderer adjacent for miscarrying, who led protests outside Planned Parenthood, who told me my baby wasn't real. I sat on this for a week. Then she posted on Facebook, "Please pray for my friend struggling with her loss. Sometimes God spares us from raising babies who would suffer. His plan is perfect." People asked if my baby was wrong, if I'd done something to cause it. My phone exploded with messages asking what defect God had spared her from. I commented, "My baby was perfectly healthy." Sarah knows this, just like she knows not all pregnancies end in birth. Some end by miscarriage, some by choice. Who hasn't kept secrets about reproductive health? Judge not Sarah. She deleted it immediately, but screenshots spread through our friend group. Tom called that night, confused. What did Sarah keep secret about reproductive health? I told him to ask about her stomach flu 3 years ago, and ask Mark why he'd been weird at their wedding. The truth came out in pieces. The procedure, the cheating, the years of hidden birth control while pretending to try. Their church found out. Tom filed for divorce. Sarah lost everything. Marriage, church position, friends. She moved back with parents who barely speak to her. She sent one text. "You ruined my life over a joke." I replied, "You called my daughter's death practice." I thought that was the end. I was wrong. 6 months later, I'm pregnant again. 20 weeks, another girl. Sarah's blocked everywhere, but mutual friends keep me updated. She's spiraling, posting increasingly unhinged things about fake Christians and baby killers. Last week, she tried crashing my baby shower. Security turned her away. She'd brought a gift. I didn't open it until after everyone left. Inside was a onesie that said, "Practice makes perfect," and an envelope. I expected another cruel note. Instead, I found medical records, but not Sarah's. They were mine, from my fertility clinic. Pages and pages of treatment records, test results, private information, things only clinic staff could access. At the bottom, a sticky note in Sarah's handwriting, "Check page 47. I flipped to it. It was a genetic screening report from my IVF cycle, one I'd never seen before. The doctor had said everything was normal, but this report, dated 3 weeks before my miscarriage, showed something else entirely. High risk markers, recommendations for immediate intervention, a specialist referral that was never made, and at the bottom, in the notes section, patient not informed her doctor. Cooper's instructions. Husband requested information be withheld pending further testing. My husband never wanted further testing. He didn't even know about this report, but someone had signed the authorization to withhold it. The signature was barely legible, but familiar. It was Tom's. Sarah's husband had been at my fertility appointments because Sarah insisted, said he was supporting us both. He had access to everything. My hands shaking, I turned the page. There was a photo, a screenshot from the clinic's security footage, dated the day of that report. It showed Tom at the reception desk, handing something to the nurse. Behind him, slightly out of focus but unmistakable, was Sarah. She was smiling. At the bottom of the photo, Sarah had written, "Your miscarriage wasn't random. Check the prenatal vitamins I gave you." Tom knew exactly what would happen. "Did you really think he'd let you have a baby before me?" Full story linked below.